Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world as you're watching this. Welcome to Books, Brews and Other Awesome Things. Today I have a couple of tea hauls for you. I'm going to do these in two separate videos. I have to say, this is not the first time I have recorded this video. I have in fact recorded it twice. The first time I did it as an unboxing. This will not be an unboxing because everything's already unboxed. But the first time I did it, I filmed it as an overhead, which I have seen people do unboxings as overheads and thought this was a fairly normal thing to do. I have not, however, worked out the knowing of unboxings apparently, because when I started editing it, I realised that what I had was an overhead where I was talking away merrily with stuff that was actually relevant, with nothing in frame but the blank tabletop, and it was so boring. So I'm not going to subject you to half an hour of looking at my tabletop with the odd tea turning up on it, and instead I'm going to refilm it just as a haul video rather than as an unboxing. So I mentioned I'm going to split these videos. The first one is going to be a TeaTotal haul. This is 11 teas that I bought samples of from the company TeaTotal. I'm not sure, I think that this company may white label teas, that they may import them in bulk and put their own brand on it. I don't know that this is the case. If I discover later on that it's not, I will update this in the show notes, but I've seen several of the blends that they sell available from other people, and so my suspicion is that it's a white label. Who knows? They've got yummy teas anyway. So today's haul is going to cover 2 Earl Greys, 1 rooibos, 2 fruit teas, 3 plain green teas, and when I say plain I just mean unflavoured. And the type that I have the most of is flavoured green teas. Now, I mentioned when I did my what I drank in August tea video that most of what I drink in the past has been black teas, and I'm trying to explore a bit outside of that. And when it comes to black teas, I'm trying to explore ones that I don't have to have milk with. That's because tea with milk is my comfort zone. This is where I like to be, tea with milk and sugar. I don't know, it's something I've grown up on, and I tend to find most of the black teas I try without milk are just a little bit too harsh, too tanniny. I am, as I'm trying the samples, I'm trying at least the first sip without milk, but so far I haven't found one that I like enough to drink it without milk, given that I know I'm going to like it with milk. So, now that I've covered all of that, let's talk about the teas that I've got. So the first 2 were 2 Earl Greys, and this was the Earl Grey Sir Scott and the Earl Grey Cream. Just going to have a look on my computer to see what's in each of these ones and how they're described and let you know. So let's start with the Earl Grey Sir Scott, this one, and this is what it looks like. So in this one, it's described as quite unlike any other. This unusual blend of Earl Grey combines vanilla, banana and anise, which, yes, that is an interesting combination. The comment is, imagine eating licorice while sipping on Earl Grey, and you've got some idea of what Earl Grey Sir Scott tastes like. Eating licorice while sipping on Earl Grey? We'll find out. This one has got premium Ceylon black tea with Italian bergamot oil, cornflowers, banana, anise and vanilla. And then number 2 is Earl Grey Cream, and that's what this one looks like. And that is described as a delicious vanilla caramel flavoured Earl Grey tea with plenty of body and oomph. And they recommend replacing that sweet afternoon treat with a pot of Earl Grey cream. My thought is, why not have the sweet afternoon treat with the Earl Grey cream? So this one, again, premium Ceylon black tea with cold pressed Italian bergamot oil, vanilla and caramel flavours. I'm all for the vanilla and caramel. Here's hoping. Let's see what this one's like. So after the Earl Greys, we have the rooibos. So this one is Mocha Garana rooibos. That's what it looks like on the back. You can see the red rooibos in there, not much else at the moment. So you can probably guess from the name of this one that it's going to be a caffeine fest. So you can probably tell I am not afraid of caffeine in teas. I'm lucky in that I don't react badly to caffeine most of the time. So I thought this one sounded really interesting. Guarana, I've only ever had it in energy drinks before, I've never had it in tea. And the Mocha, I suspect, suggests that there's going to be some coffee in there. So let's have a look. The ingredients for this one are rooibos, honeybush, coffee beans, coffee in there, guarana, roasted mate, more caffeine, grade white chocolate, vanilla pieces, cornflower blossoms, and mocha cream flavour. Note contains caffeine, you're not kidding. And the description of this is blurring the boundaries between coffee and tea, energy drinks and hot chocolate. This extraordinary rooibos blend will leave you feeling warm and content and hopefully awake. So yes, that's the rooibos Mocha Garana. I'm looking forward to trying this one. In addition to the black and the rooibos, I got 2 fruit infusions. There's the stone fruit peach and apricot, and the coconut and honey melon. So let's have a look at these. The coconut and honey melon, that's this one, and you can see the pieces of coconut in there. There's no doubt that that's got coconut. And this one is described as very hard to resist eating the chunks of melon and coconut, but worth waiting for this highly pleasant brew. So noted, I will not eat the chunks of coconut and melon. They do look kind of yummy though. The taste of sweet honey melon makes a wonderful taste experience and gives this blend a very special character. So it contains apple pieces, coconut cubes, melon pieces, coconut chips, coconut rasps, blackberry leaves, tomato flakes, which, hey, why not? I've seen a lot of blends with carrot flakes in them, so why not tomato? Flavour and buchu leaves. And buchu, I remember when I looked it up last time I filmed this video, buchu is a herb that has all sorts of alleged medicinal uses. I'm curious as to why they put it in here. So yeah, that's the coconut and honey melon, which I'm quite looking forward to. This might end up being a cold brew. We'll see. I'm just discovering cold brewing, incidentally, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm finding that it gives a very different taste to the teas that I'm brewing, and so far it hasn't taken away from their flavour, it's just given it a slightly different flavour. The second fruit one is the stone peach and apricot. Let's have a look at what's in that and the description. This one I'm quite excited about trying. Did I show you there's quite a lot going on in there. Quite a pretty one. I tend to like stone fruit flavours. I love peach, I love nectarine and apricot. One of my favourite teas is in fact a black cherry, morello cherry tea. So granted that's not what people normally talk about as stone fruit, but I class them all as stone fruit. So this is described as a stone fruit fiesta with an amazing aftertaste as peach flavours linger on the palate, which almost sounds like a wine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. It contains rose hip, so it'll be a very pretty colour when it brews up. Apple, hibiscus, again pretty colour, but probably want to avoid overbrewing. Orange peel, apricot pieces, peach pieces, flavour, sunflowers, and osmanthus blossoms. I can't see much in the way of the flowers in there, but there's definitely a lot of fruit going on. So I will report back on how I find that one. The next 3 are unflavoured green teas. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about these because I have not always had the best experience with greens in the past. That said, I have not always made them up properly. And one of the things I learned that I mentioned in previous videos is that I didn't take it seriously that you needed to use different temperature water and brew it for much less time when you brew a green compared to a black. So I will be following the instructions on the website for each of these. At least I will be using off the boil water. I'm not sure that I'll actually bother measuring it. I don't think I'll take the temperature, but I will certainly let it cool for a few minutes before I pour the tea, and I will not oversteep it. So the three that I've got, the first is Japanese genmaicha, which if you've never tried a genmaicha, and I haven't, but I know the idea. Genmaicha is green tea with popped rice and roasted rice in it, and I think it's sometimes called popcorn tea. So you can see the popcorn in there, or popped rice anyway, and the roasted rice grains. So I'm actually really looking forward to this one because I've had roasted cereal teas before. I've had a roasted buckwheat tea that I really like the multi-yeasty taste of, and I'm hoping that the genmaicha is similar. So this one basically contains green tea and roasted rice. Described as a traditional Japanese large leaf green bancha, and bancha I think is a quality of green tea. I seem to remember that from when I looked it up when I was doing the video last time. Uniquely blended with puffed rice kernels, adding a roasted depth of freshness to this grassy tasting sencha. Beautifully pairs with savoury food, particularly sushi and salmon. So noted, it might be a good one to have with lunch. Now the other two are premium teas, and I'm a little bit nervous with these because I suspect that how I make them up will make all the difference as to whether they are delicious or just meh, it's green tea. So I'm going to try to follow the instructions fairly well, and also I have to be careful what I drink these in as well. My giant tea mug is not going to cut it, I suspect, for drinking these. So what I have here is the first, oh, I'm sorry, the first one is a white tea. It is not a green tea. Oh well, it goes with the whites and the greens. So, white tea, premium China snowbuds. The description of this one is, the taste is dry and sweet, a treat for the tea connoisseur and lovers of white tea. The OP, I think that's orange pekoe, or pekoe. If somebody can tell me how to pronounce that, that would be awesome. OP quality white tea buds from the Fujian province in China. Only buds that are closed or barely open are used in this very large leaf specialty tea. So that's what it looks like on the back. This will be a definite, make a ceremony out of it. You know, brew and sip and possibly rebrew and drink in a small cup, not in a giant mug. And then the second one, which is a green tea, is Phoenix Dragon Pearls, which sound... I'm a fantasy addict, as you probably know from watching my book videos. Phoenix Dragon Pearls sound like they'd be quite magical and mystical, and I'm looking forward to those. Oh, I haven't shown you the back, so you can see the pearls there. I have a feeling that this one is going to be one that I'm going to want to brew loose in a glass teapot rather than doing it in an infuser, because I suspect it's going to bloom a little. The description is an exquisite premium green tea infused with jasmine flowers. I love jasmine, so that should be yummy. That release the delicate fragrance. The small balls unravel and dance in the cup, designed to impress in every way. The jasmine flowers add a tender, sweet flavour. Interestingly, the ingredients are just green tea, so they don't mention jasmine. But I assume it's in there, unless it's just jasmine essence. So yes, that is the Phoenix Dragon Pearls. Alright, first on the list is Zen Garden. That's this one. And that's what it looks like. See little rose petals in there. So this one, the description is, breathe in the beauty of the delicate but divine mix of green and white tea, rose petals and freeze-dried cherries. Now, I don't see any cherries in there, but As previously mentioned, I do like black cherry tea, so I'm not sure if this one will be a black cherry or more of a sweet cherry, but we'll find out. And the ingredients are white tea, green tea, rose petals, flavour, freeze-dried cherries, and natural flavour. So really mostly covered by the description. That one sounds like it might be a really nice cold brew, incidentally. Second flavoured one is Rose and Orange Green Pacific. That's what this one looks like. The description is a gentle, fruity and floral green tea infusion. It's created from the popular flavours of black flavoured Pacific Sun. There is a black tea called Pacific Sun with the rose and orange flavours, and this is the green tea take on it. And the ingredients for this one are Chinese green sencha, orange peel, flavour, rose petals, which we said we could see, safflowers, sunflower blossoms, and vanilla pieces. So I like the idea of the vanilla on that. Then we have lime and mint mojito. So I'm currently working my way through a herbal guayusa with cucumber mint flavour, and I'm really enjoying that. It's very, very spearminty. I'm not sure how minty this one will be, but I'm looking forward to trying it. That's what it looks like. So you've got flakes of some, petals of some kind of flower in there. Let's have a look at what's in there. The description is just like the cocktail without the alcohol. Lime and spearmint taste are combined with tender sweetness from caramel drops. Yum. A delicious and refreshing flavoured green tea. For next level, add a splash of rum and a touch of sugar and let the fun begin. I gotta admit, that does sound pretty good. And we have rum in the pantry, so maybe. Ingredients. Chinese green sencha tea with caramel pieces, spearmint leaf, safflowers, and lime spearmint flavour. I think those red bits must be safflowers, would be my guess. Then we have green tea, berry, and rhubarb, which sounds like quite a yummy combination. I have recently discovered berry green tea from the Organic India pomegranate green. Now, granted, that one's got a base of tulsi, it's not pure green tea, but the pomegranate, I know pomegranate isn't technically a berry, but it has a similar red fruit flavour to me. It is so good. So this one, the green berry and rhubarb, I have high hopes for. It's described as a light, sweet blueberry and rhubarb taste over a mild green sencha. A refreshing and fun taste. Again, this sounds like it would probably be really yummy cold brewed. Ingredients are green sencha tea, flavours, peony flowers. I don't think I showed you what it looks like. There you go. There's definitely some floral action going on in there. Rose petals, blackberries, raspberry fruit granulate. So yeah, there's definite berry stuff going on in there. I'm guessing the rhubarb comes in the flavour because there's no rhubarb in there that I can see. So green berry and rhubarb. And the final flavoured green sounded really lovely, and that is vanilla papaya sencha. That's what that one looks like. So this is described as South Pacific meets Spain as the fruit of one and the flowers of the other meld into your teacup. And having gone to Tahiti last year and actually tried Tahitian vanilla, if that's the quality of vanilla they're using in this, I'm looking forward to it. Ingredients are green sencha tea, papaya, carrot and vanilla flavours. It's flavour rather than actual vanilla pieces. I'll still give it a try. Plus sunflowers and mallow blossoms. So I'm not seeing much floral stuff going on in there, but we'll see what it tastes like. So that is the 11 teas that I got from TeaTotal. I hope you've enjoyed looking through them with me and finding out what's in each one and hearing what I'm hoping to do with them. I am hoping to do some tea reviews here on YouTube, but most of my reviews at the moment are happening over on Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, link is in the show notes below. If you have any questions, suggestions, or thoughts about these teas, please put them in the comments below. I love to hear from you. Otherwise, please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel to get more goodness like this. And I will see you in the next video. Bye now.